Alright. Bow. Bow. Hello, dear hearts. So today, we are going to be playing Charmed SMP again. I know it's been a little while, but I'm excited. One, because I'm fully kitted out. Two, because I'm guaranteed I'm going to forget the servers in hard mode, and I'm going to suffer for it. But hey, I'm immune to lava, so there's that. But yeah, so we're going to be playing some good old Charmed SMP today. And we're probably mostly going to be just, like, grinding for materials. But I also want to try to decide on a new build to make. It's probably going to be... probably an overworld build, because I know that, like, there's literally no point to be making the nether builds, like, point blank period. There's just literally no point. Other than to make me happy. Because it doesn't do anything for the start of the server. Or not the start, that's not exactly what I mean. Who followed? Thank you so much, Degree. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we'll be getting into it here in a second. We just gotta give people time to, you know, get into the... what do you call it? The stream, that's it. But, regardless of that, we will be working on Charmed SMP. I just need to decide what the heck I want to build, if that makes sense. But any old way. Okay. Sorry, my hands are locking up. Why does it feel like the song is extra long today? There are days that my brain's just like, it's taking too long. But I'm like, no. We have a starting thing for a reason. It gives people time. Stop being impatient, you whiny child. Regardless, though. Oh my gosh, my eyes. And yes, I do not know why I picked Empress of Light as my, like, start music. I just vibe with it, like a lot of the Terraria soundtracks. Because my favorite theme was a wee bit too serious to use as, like, one of those. Oh, also, I don't think I, like, gave it a moment, so we might see that. Switching game. Yeah, I forgot to do it. Hang on, come on, there we go. Alright, let's go. Let's go, chat. Oh, get down. There we go. But yes, welcome to the Charmed SMP. What do I have on? Okay. I've clearly been in the nether recently. Let me go around and decide what I want to do. Alright, so I have my storage silo. I have my... I could go over to Cogshire and, like, cause chaos, considering I promised Nikos I would because he's been a jerk to me lately. And this is all, like, in jest. This is all lighthearted. Or I could go to the nether, considering I already have my stuff for the nether rod, and try to get some more health on my items. Cause, yeah. Let's go do that. Bow, 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 let's go. I believe I still have water walking on my boots, and now I don't have to worry about lava like I do on the Forgotten SMP. Because I'm immune. Oh no. But I am not immune to water. Can my boots please enact? For some reason they don't like to enact over there. Fine. Are we... Okay, there we go. That's what's meant to happen. That's what's meant to be. Off we go into the nether to find gods, those vines are reaching for the sky. Alright, my loves, let's go. Alright, off we go, chat. Off we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, good. Nope, wrong way. This way. Yee. Alright, chat. Alright, let's get into it. Also, one of my favorite reactions that people have to my Hypixel housing is when they come into my housing and immediately their reaction is holy crap because of how big it is. Like, that always makes me happy. Because last night I hopped on and kind of touched up my housing a little bit. And that happened, and the guy was super sweet. Yeah, he was like, holy cow. And I'm like, ha. Because, like, I guess I don't understand why you wouldn't make it big. Like make as much housing as you could. Alright, my loves. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. I forgot. It's brr time. Alright. Anyway. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, cool. I forgot how much fun it was to have an efficiency pickaxe, but also I have to be way more careful so I don't actually dig through like the floor around it. Yes, that's what we want. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Alright, cool. Bow. Okay, cool. Cool. Also, for those of you who know that I'm like a massive Venom fan, you may know that I'm waiting for the next Venom movie to come out. Which technically it's out today, but we're not going to get to see it until next weekend, because this weekend, I'll explain why this weekend we can't see it. But I was looking at reviews, because sometimes I like to look at stuff, because I don't take reviews that seriously. I frankly don't care. Because, like, the first one was reviewed terribly, and I enjoyed that very much. Because they were getting weird and pretentious about it. I'm like, it's a superhero movie. It's not just a superhero movie, but a Venom movie. You're expecting high art for what? But my favorite critical review of Venom Let There Be Carnage that I saw was, it's the mold in the Avengers shower, and when I tell you, I scream laughed when I saw that. Like, for one, because I'm like, it's on brand! Literally, all you're doing is making me want to see it more. But I'm just excited, because Andy Serkis has basically straight up said it's basically about their love story, and I'm like, hello, hey, hi, hello, like, big ol' eyes, like, yes, don't make me regret, you know, getting excited, Andy. But a lot of people who I've seen who have been very honest about it, they're like, if you enjoyed the first one, you'll enjoy this one, like, and I'm like, good. But the reason we can't see it, so, back when I was little, the very start of me experiencing Japanese culture in general was me for the very, and I mean like experiencing it in terms of like me actually having an appreciation for it and a love for it, was because once when I was very, very young, at a place that I used to go to for like after school daycare, basically put on Spirited Away as a, like, here, shut up, you small children. And I vividly remember sitting in a semicircle around the TV and them just putting on Spirited Away, and I was obsessed. And so me just scrolling and minding my business on TikTok the other day, suddenly, out of nowhere, an ad. It is the 20th anniversary of Spirited Away, and they basically are putting it back into theater for 3 days, and each of those theaters, at least the ones around us, are only showing once a day. They're putting Spirited Away back in theaters. So you bet your sweet Bippy, when I saw that, I immediately was like, I turned to my spouse and I go, Acro, I know that we were going to see Venom this weekend, but Spirited Away is coming back into theaters, and that's always been one of my, like, dreamy movies for seeing in theaters. Like, I just always have, always will want to see Spirited Away. But, like, I'm so excited for that. So this Sunday, we're going to get to see that. It's kind of like how my spouse was really excited because they put Inception back into theaters, so they were able to, for my very first time seeing Inception, show it to me on in the big screen. Because, like, a lot of what's important to me in movie theaters isn't so much the screen itself that's important, it's the sound. Because that's why I'm going to insist that we see Venom 2 in theaters as well, because one of the coolest things about the first Venom movie was the sound design, because oh, why am I blanking on his name? Ludwig Göransson, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He's also the same guy who did music for The Mandalorian. He was the composer for Venom. He has this genius grasp on, like, extremely subtle sound work to make you uncomfortable. Like, for example, there's this point in the first Venom movie where, if you've seen it, it's where Eddie's trying to, like, drink a beer, and Venom's like, this is poison, and immediately yartzes it back up. There's this lurching, almost sounds like sloshing water sound that's supposed to just indicate to us something is wrong. And it's just genius. And there's also these quiet little I can't properly recreate them with my mouth, but these little, like, it almost sounds like skittering sounds whenever we're supposed to understand that Venom is kind of a thing. That it feels like spiders crawling across your skin, and it's so good. It's so good. I highly recommend listening to OSTs. It's a great way to pass the time. And you'll understand, like, just how much work goes into something that half the time you don't even notice. 'Cause, like, that's the best part about, like, composing for something like that, is most of the time, and by best I mean, like, saddest, because most of the time people are straight up not even gonna notice. But, like, please go listen to the Venom soundtrack. It's delightful. I'm so excited for the second one. I've been waiting because it got delayed due to Miss Rona. I'm so ready. Also, you know, oh, what's his name? Oh, no. Oh, shoot, chat. Oh, crap. What is his name? Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson as Cletus is going to be amazing. I wonder, one of the things I wonder, so again, like, obviously I'm kind of a stupid big fan of the Venom franchise in general. One of the things I wonder if they're going to keep is, Cletus is canonically illiterate. Also, I'm probably going to be eating my words because I wrote a fairly large series of Venom fanfics, some of them, like, with OC, some of them without, because my brain had the literal brain rot. But in one of those fanfics that had my OC in it, I basically was trying to decide how I thought they were going to handle Carnage whenever the second movie came out. Because I wasn't entirely sure what they were going to do with him, because Riot in canon is technically Venom's grandchild, and considering that Carnage didn't seem to be a thing yet, I figured maybe they were gonna go with, you know, a little bit more of what they went with Riot, so I went ahead and made Venom and Carnage not related in this. From everything we've seen from the teaser trailers, it does look like Venom or Carnage is probably going to be Venom's kid, which is canonical. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm very glad that I put those AU tags on that post, because I literally said AU and then in parentheses in more ways than one. Because usually it's just AU because, you know, it's got OCs and stuff. But I was like, you know what? I get the weird feeling that they're gonna make me eat my words here, so I'm gonna, like, doubly make sure to put the AU tag on. And I think I was right. But anyway, also, I'm so glad that they allowed him to get a haircut, because the wig that they had Cletus wearing in the first movie was just atrocious. Because for one, I didn't even recognize him as Woody Harrelson, because he looked way too twiggy to be Woody Harrelson. And I was like, this is the Zombieland guy, hello? But I don't care, I'm excited. And like, they also like took a lot of the notes of what makes Carnage an interesting character design to me. Like, I almost had to stop from saying she, because here's the thing about Carnage that you may not understand if you don't read the comics. Carnage is one of the few who not only constantly uses all pronouns, but tends towards ma'am in a lot of them. For example, there is several instances where Cletus refers to Carnage as quote-unquote the wife, or the missus. Why did I do that? That's not gonna do anything. It's fine, I don't care about that tunnel as much. But in doing so, a lot of people are like, wait, and they'll look back. Carnage just uses, like, every single pronoun. They do not care, and I find it funny to refer to them with female pronouns, just because, like, Carnage is one of, if not the most lethal symbiote out there. And here you have, you know, Cletus referring to her as the wife and the missus. Like, it just tickles me pink. Like, I don't know why. I giggle every single time. And I think that that's the reason they do it, right? Like, they intentionally do it because Carnage is so dangerous that if, like, any other character did this, it would be like, aw, it's cute, it's soft. But because it's Carnage, it's like, oh, that's concerning. But anyway. Because, yeah, Carnage, they are so dangerous, because it's argued that the bond that Cletus and Red have is potentially, if not highly likely, to be stronger than the bond that Eddie and Venom have. And Venom is already really powerful, right? Like, that's just a fact. That E and V are already really powerful with each other. But, like, then you have Cletus and Red, where literally they're like, yeah, we're gonna see your, like, super important bond and raise it by, like, 1,000,000. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? It doesn't matter. Now, mind you, their bond is a lot more toxic, but, like, they are still very heavily bonded. And it's kind of amazing to watch. Bow, bow. But yeah, I'm just excited. Also, I know that this is probably wishful thinking, but, like, I do kind of wonder if one day we're gonna see them try to render Sleeper, who is, I believe, as of the 2016 run, Eddie and Ven's most, like, recent child that they've had. And when I say that they've had, I mean literally the entire arc with Sleeper was an allegory for, like, raising a child. Unlike some of the other children that Ben has had, where it's pretty much addressed to just be the symbiotes doing. And this one literally, like, Ved stays with Eddie during the stuff because, you know, Eddie's like, I want to, like, understand how you feel during this process. It's basically an MPreg arc. Like, it's ridiculous. And while I'm not super keen on seeing that, I just kind of want to see, like, how they, would handle Sleeper. Because Sleeper is very unique visually. For one, they're built very much like a Ben 10 alien. I don't know how to explain it, but they look like they came out of Ben 10. And also, like, there's a reason people call them an avocado baby, because they're black, avocado green, and red as their theme. And also, I just protect Sleeper at all costs. They're my baby. I just want to see Sleeper on the big screen, you know? Because, like, they're a fairly deep-cut, quote-unquote, comic character. In terms of, like, unless you're, like, a big fan of especially the 2016 Venom run, you probably aren't super familiar with. And I hate doing they're a deep cut, because it makes me sound like a dude, bro, but, like, it is true. Like, they aren't a very popular comic book character in terms of, like, unless you're, like, a massive Venom fan. But I just think it would be very neat. I don't know. I just want to see how they would handle it. Okay, cool. I want to see Sleeper. And of course, like, I want to see some of the others. Like, probably the one that I would like to see translated to the big screen the most, just because I would like to see how they look, is Scream. I believe it's Scream. Go with the big hair. Because, like, of Venom's, like, many children, Scream is definitely one of those ones that, like, is the most visually interesting to me. Because, like, for one, they look like they're made of fire. They have, like, the Kirby Crackle pattern going along their, like, legs, so they look like they're constantly made of fire and stuff. They have the big flowing hair, quote-unquote, that would make very cool visuals for, like, just eye candy on the screen. And also, like, I would like more development into Venom's non-Carnage and Riot offspring. Also, you know who would be really fun to have on as, like, a character? Toxin, who I believe is another one of Riot's children. I'm pretty sure... Or no, not Riot. They might be another one of Carnage's kids. I don't think that they are directly Venom's kid, so they might be a grandkid. But, Toxin, bless their heart, the whole point of Toxin is they're like, I don't want to be a bad guy kind of energy, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've looked into Toxin stuff. I'm pretty sure they're Carnage's kid, because I remember looking up stuff for an OC of mine that had to do with, like, Carnage lineage. But for one, they look kind of goofy. They're very interesting type, and they definitely have a similar, like, I don't want to be a bad guy type of beat. So, like, I love that character arc in the symbiotes when that is, like, one of their, like, things is that they don't want to be bad. Because I just think it's compelling. And, like, again, they're very endearing because they do look sort of goofy, so, like, they just kind of make me go, wah, you know, whenever they do anything. But still, I don't know. We'll have to see how, because I'm assuming it's going to be a success, because, like, the first Venom movie was a massive hit. So, like, we'll see. We'll see if we're continuing to get any stuff from that. And also, I've had to stop watching the, like, more recent... Oh, heck yeah. The more recent, oh my god, it's 3? 4? 5? Excuse me. Oh my god's above a below chat. 5? Holy cow. Y'all. Bruh. Where is this luck on the Forgotten SMP? Well, now mind you, I can't mine as efficiently on the Forgotten SMP, so... Holy cow, chat. 5 and 1. Oh, Brian, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Also, last time I was on the server, somebody made a deal with me. That's how I got the totem, for those wondering. I can't believe I just got 5 flippin' ancient debris. That was awesome, chat. Bow, bow, bow. It's all because I've been ranting about symbiotes. The server's like, alright, shut up. If you'll shut up about symbiotes, we'll give you this. Alright, good, 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 good. But yeah, like, I know that one of the Venom, like, Twitter accounts that I follow, it's specifically, like, a fan-run one that, like, just posts anything and everything Venom-related updates. I think it's called, like, venomsite.com or something like that. Am I wearing a Venom? Yeah, I'm wearing a Venom shirt literally today. Half of my wardrobe is Venom t-shirts. Oh, come on, Braid. This site, when the most recent trailer came out, straight up said, so are we just showing the whole movie now? So I'm not watching the most recent trailer because I don't want to, like, accidentally get spoiled on something important. Now, mind you, like, it's funny because the spoilers I got for the first film before I saw it, because I wrote some of my character's story, like my OC character story, before I saw the first film. And some of the stuff I knew about, like, I vaguely knew about the rocket. Like, I didn't understand the context of it, but I vaguely knew about it. I knew that there was, like, some, like, kiss that happened. But again, I didn't know the context, but that was it. Everything that I didn't get spoiled on, I somehow managed to guess. Because, for example, my OC character, for a large part of the stuff that I've written of them, they are homeless. And I did not know that they were going to have any interact with, like, not only with the homeless a lot, but interact in the way that I kind of wrote him interacting, where, you know, it was like, he would always spot the money and stuff. Like, that was a complete guess on my part. And when I wrote it at the time, my spouse had seen it, and I turned to Acro, or after I had seen it, I go, you knew, didn't you, that I called a bunch of stuff completely by chance, and they're like, oh yeah, and I was, like, stunned. I sat there and I'm like, you knew the whole time that I somehow managed to call a bunch of character, like, archetypes, and you didn't tell me, and they're like, yeah, because I wanted to see how you would react if not, and I was like, bruh. Now, mind you, I'm happy because, like, that totally made my day, seeing that I accidentally called a lot of it, to the point that I went in afterwards on the first, part of one of my character's stories, and edited in the footnotes, and I said, rule number 3, or, like, author's note number 3, I had no idea that this was a thing in the movie. I completely, and I was like, validation! I was so excited. And it was just because, like, honestly, the reason I wrote it that way was I kind of wanted to drive this narrative home even more about, like, yes, I do sign on early, Nikos. Nikos, I found a 5 vein of netherite. I was so excited. But yes, hey, hi, hello, I'm on early, so you can't, you know, build my old man's home unless you started yesterday. It. I have so much netherite now. I'm on my way to becoming the rich grandpa arc. I'm gonna be Scrooge McDuck. Alright, I gotta go take this back. Bow, 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 boom, 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 boom. Alright, up we get. Alrighty, off we go. Oh, I heard a hoglet, but I can't exactly tell where it is. Alright. Oh, sorry. I mistook the top of those guys' heads for a hoglet. Although I think there was a hoglet up on that step. So I am going to be cautious. But regardless. Alrighty, cool. Let's go. Also, I haven't done anything to Cogberg or whatever you decided to call it. Because I decided to be nice. Oh dear. I can't see, and it's getting either nighttime or dawn, but I still want to reset the day if I can. We head up into the dead. Ba-da-ba, ba, ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da, ba-da. Alright, cool. Let's go, chat. Oh gosh darn it. Stop it. Alright, bow, bow, ba-da, ba, bow. Ah, gosh darn it, my eye. There we go. You're tempted to blow it up? Why? Is it because it's getting a little bit out of hand? Alright, let's go, my loves. Bow, bow, ba-da, ba, bow. Alright, on our way, on our way. It's impossible to complete, yeah. But that, you don't need to complete something to have it have value. It's still a cool piece of the server. Because, like, let's be honest, I don't think that anything on Hermitcraft is ever going to be truly complete, but they're still awesome. Looks at the fact that, like, if I recall correctly, like, 90% of the backs of projects in Hermitcraft are never finished. It's just the front facade that's completed. I can't believe that I found that much. That's crazy, man. The truth, I was never straight. I was just dreaming. Cool, cool, cool. That is true. Although they definitely also have like 1,000,001 resources on them at any given time, so like, there's also that. Alright, cool. Alright, and bow. Alright. I really need to get into... No, that doesn't go in there. I need to get into watching Hermitcraft more, because I know I'll love it. Like, Hermitcraft is especially designed for me, basically. I just need to get into watching it. Oh no, get out of there. That's the Precious Things chest. Except, not as precious as, like, netherite and such. You could go in there. But yeah, I definitely need to get into Hermitcraft, because again, I know I'll adore it. Because I think way back in the day, I used to watch Hermitcraft. But I only watched a little bit of it. Because, like, the SMPs that I was more into were, like, the ones that Yogscast was on. But I do need to give Hermitcraft a go. Alrighty. Back to the nether. Oh, I know. Mainly the two that I most want to watch are probably Grian and Mumbo Jumbo. But Grian definitely is, like, the one that I'm like, yeah, that one. Because he seems like he's got a little bit of a Chaos Agent side, which I can vibe with. But yeah, it's not like back when I used to, you know, watch SMPs where at max you would only have to follow in order to get all of the story. You would have to follow maybe 3 accounts. That's not how SMPs go now, and it's really interesting, because, like, with the Ogscast, the most people you would have to follow, because so many of them worked in duos, was you would have to follow either Duncan and whoever Duncan was playing with at the time. It just depends, because Duncan went through a bunch of them. And then, or you would have to find either Sips or Shin to get any of their side of the story, because they always paired together. And you had to follow either Lewis or Simon to get their story, because, you know, they've always paired with each other. So, like, at max 3 people. Because, like, Rithian and Co. weren't on that much. Martin the Littlewood wasn't on that much. But they typically design their experience to be, you only, and at the end of the day, the only reason you would follow the multi-channels is if you wanted just kind of like the flavor from each of them, because they all were fairly good about keeping out of each other's business, and like, whenever they would show up, the story would all be on one person's page, basically. The other pages would just be whoever you prefer to follow. Which is why I literally am like, as far as DreamSMP goes, I pretty much only diligently follow Rambu, Phil, and Techno, and everyone else will come along the way. And I will only go around to other people's pages if I know there's going to be lore that's most interesting from their perspective or whatever. Because, like, the other one who I tend to follow somewhat closely, like, I'll intentionally, if I see him go live and I know he's on the DreamSMP, I'll intentionally make sure that I watch his feed, is Sam. But that's just because Sam, I have a soft spot for him. Because he's very chill. I don't know how to appropriately... I say he's very chill and then Megalovania starts blaring. But, I don't know how to explain his chillness. But, like, he's a, like, high-key underrated member of the DreamSMP. Like, he's the closest I get to Phil in terms of, like, comfort levels. And again, as far as the DreamSMP, because technically my quote-unquote comfort creator is Spice. Because, like, Spice was the first one that I sat down and was like, this one. This is the one that, like, if I was feeling horribly ill and couldn't deal with the energy of anyone else, it would be this one that I watched. And I've expressed this to them before. Like, they're very well aware that I call them my comfort creator. Because it's that whole... No. Spice knows this. Spice knows this. I've expressed this to Spice on multiple occasions. I don't think I made the analogy of if I was sick, I would only be able to tolerate them, but, like... I've 100% told them that they're my comfort creator before. I told them that they were my comfort creator long before, like, we even, like, properly were made as friends. I think it was, like, literally, like, a week after I started following them that I was like, yeah, this one's a good one. And the only one who even comes close to that right now is Phil. Which is why I'm angry that I wasted so many of my Phil channel points gambling on him playing Splitgate. Because he used to be the one that I had the most points in. And I was going to use it for that guess my comfort creator based on how many channel points I have. But right now it's Rambu because I wasted so many of my old man points on, you know... I say old man, he's only like 3 years older than me, if that. Well, he calls them I just had a genius idea, Nikos. What if I call my points whenever I get an affiliate old man points? Grandpa coins! I should call them grandpa coins! I was gonna call them Boarbucks, and I'm still considering calling them Boarbucks, because, like, I think it's funny. Because, you know, Mordecai. But, like, Oh, now I'm conflicted. Now I'm conflicted. I still think Borbucks is funny, and I'm probably gonna use that. Partially because I could just have the little icon be a coin that looks like a pig snout. And because, you know, Mordecai's my baby and all that, and he's like, while he's not my, like, persona, he's the face of my streams. Obviously, because, you know, he's my little icon and stuff. And I adore him dearly. Because technically my persona's a raven, but I couldn't figure out any haha funny jokes to make based on, like, unless I did with something like Raven Rubles or something like that. Like, some, like, other type of name for currency. But I think Borbucks works really well. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, god. Okay. Hard candies is actually kind of hilarious, because hard candies are my very favorite type of candy, but not like the grandpa hard candies, specifically Jawbreakers. I like candy that doesn't go away the second you eat it, because, like, I have something called, Pica, which is spelled P-I-C-A, I believe, which basically is an irresistible need to eat things that are not food, and you know they're not food, and you know they're not edible, but you can't stop from eating them. And it's better than it used to be, but I'm still pretty bad. There's a reason that my other friend group will make fun of me for eating rocks, because they're not lying. I have a couple of times, like, just put rocks in my mouth around them, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you. Back in the day, there was a reason that I had to start, because I used to have hair past my butt, like, long. And until I was able to stop myself, they had started having to cut my hair really short because I had a really bad habit of eating my hair. So yeah, yes, crunchy pebbles. Part of the reasons why, when I was younger, one of my favorite cereals was the cereal called Grape Nuts, is because, it felt like eating, like, gravel. Now, mind you, what I would do is I would take it and, I would, how do I phrase it? I would put, like, yogurt on top of it instead of milk, and basically make it into, like, a parfait. Did I just find more? But what? Nikos! What is my luck? Hello? Nikos. I just found even more. How long have I been streaming? I've only been streaming for 43 minutes, and I've already found... So I found 5, 6, 7 pieces. So maybe you should be nice to Grandpa. I'm kidding. Then again, the last time I went netherite mining and I had to have you come save me, I did give you, like, all of my Grandpa coins. But I gave you all the ancient debris I had on me because I was so grateful. Because you, like, came in clutch. You saved me so bad there. Because I don't think I explained to you what happened, Nikos. What happened was I was doing this, right? And then what happened was there was a thing of lava that came down, and I thought I was going to be able to brick it up. It turns out I dug up into a lava lake, got extremely lost, and I ended up running into what I thought was an escape from, I think I had 3 hoglins. I accidentally smacked a pigman, so I had a couple of pigmen. And I think I had one other mob after me, and I ran into a corner, not knowing it was a corner, tried to dig away and got caught. So that's why I died. And that's why, like, if I can't tell if the lava is, like, once... I just saw another one. I saw another piece of netherite. Bruh! What is my luck today? Oh my god, it's above and below, man. Okay, it was just a one made, I think. Nope. Bruh, bruh. What is my luck today? This is insanity. This is outright insanity. And yes, gravel. Gravel my nemesis. But yeah, like, if honestly, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, when people ask me, like, would you want to be on the Dream SMP thing, my default answer is going to become I would be a better fit for, Hermitcraft, I think. Because, like, I can't tell you how devastating... Well, but then again, Foolish is on the Dream SMP. Because I was going to say, I can't tell you how devastated I would be if, like, a build I made that I worked really hard on got blown up, like Lemanberg or whatever. Because I remember one of the things that I saw just before I got into Dream SMP, like, this was one of those things that convinced me to give it a shot. Because I was getting Dream SMP TikToks on my page ages before I got into it. Like, I vividly remember turning to my partner, I'm like, this stupid clock app is trying to get me into this Minecraft roleplay, but I haven't watched a Minecraft roleplay since Yogscast, since, like, Shadows of Israfel, and I don't know if I can start again, you know? Like, I don't know if I can hurt again, because Shadow of Israfel never finished. Partially because, fun fact, the reason that Shadows of Israfel never finished was... Oh, hello. Well, I guess I'm not going that way. But the reason it never finished was because, they basically got so many mods going that it broke their server in a way that could not be fixed. So that is the reason that Shadows of Israfel had to stop. But I wish that they had explained it to us a little more clearly, you know? But the TikTok that I saw that kind of got me into it, or not into it, but was one of the ones that was in the decision-making process, was someone comparing them to Hermitcraft and saying, you know, in Hermitcraft, you know that all these beautiful builds will be around probably forever, even if they don't, like, use them or whatever, it'll still be there. And then you have Dream SMP, where it is extremely likely it will get blown up at some point. Like, I know that Sam was actually talking about this, because Sam is one of those, like, super underrated, like, builders on the SMP, because a lot of people forget, Sam built the prison, like, with his bare hands, built the prison. So all those netherite blocks that are in the prison, he gathered and built those. And he's like, do you understand how much obsidian is in the prison? To the point that he talked about, like, a couple of times, he's not even sure if the prison is going to be destroyed the way we think it is, where it'll be razed to the ground, because he's like, do you understand how long it's going to take to destroy the prison because of how much gravel is in it? And I'm like, or not gravel, I'm sorry, I saw you say gravel, but how much obsidian's in it? But yeah, that's part of what got me into it. But yeah, I would just be so sad if some of my builds got broken in ways beyond repair. I'd be devastated. I would. Ooh, my little heart would not be able to handle it. What time is it? Alrighty. But yeah, like, I'd be sad. I'd be very sad. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good stretch, good stretch. Alright, cool. Let's go. Good news is... Yeah? What's the good news? Alrighty, cool, let's go. Bow. Oh yeah, true. Very true. But it's just one of those things that I get way too stupid attached to block game stuff that I would be like, even though it's scripted, I'm upset. And also, like, I don't know, like, I always tend to, like, be really hard on myself, so I'm like, no one would watch me, I'm not funny. And especially not when I'm playing Minecraft, like, I'm not funny when I play Minecraft, I'm only funny when I play other games. So I tend to be like, why would anyone watch me? Kind of energy. Which I know, really weird mindset for a streamer to have, but eh. So part of me is also like, I don't know why anyone would pick me, because like, I feel like people like Rabu are a very obvious choice, like, because his humor is very specific and it suits the SMP very well. Like, and he brings kind of an edge to it, so he makes sense. But I feel like I'm the opposite of making sense, if that, for lack of a better term, makes sense. Pow, 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 pow. Cool. Deet, 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 deet. And then deet, lee, lee, lee. Good, good. Okay, cool. Bow, bow, bow. 3, 4, 5. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then, like so. Very good. Alright, cool. Bow. Give me that. I said give me that. I can't believe how much netherite I found today. That's crazy. Cool. I could make another netherite block if I so chose right now. That is insane. I aim to be the most powerful man on this server, by gosh darn it. My god. What am I talking about? I'm losing my mind. Excuse me. Oh, I haven't given the children a kiss today, so I will give them a kiss after I burn this in their pool. Bop. Bop. And bop. Alright. Hello, children. Mwah. Hello, Vernon. Greta. Mwah. Love you. Alrighty. Good, good, good. Very good. Onward. I just kind of want to see how much netherite I can get in a day. Because I've already found 7 pieces. Alrighty. I'm just kind of curious now how much I can get in an average stream. Let's go. Up, ba-da, 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 ba-da. Very good. Also, like, the other thing that I kind of like about Hermitcraft, because, like, while I do adore the super deep angsty lore that the Dream SMP has, because, like, angst is my wheelhouse when it comes to writing, I also really like how casual a lot of the the storytelling on Hermitcraft is. Like, it's chill. And I really, really appreciate that, because, like, sometimes I just want things to be low stakes. I don't want it to be, like, like, potential divorce arc, which, by the way, if anyone's watching and are fans of character duo stuff, both Rabu and Tubbo have directly stated that their characters are not going to get a divorce. Couples fight, it's a thing. Like, just because it's, like, the first fights they've had doesn't mean that this is a divorce arc. Like, chill. But, I'm just going to use that as an example. Versus, oh no, they put chickens in someone's house. Pranked! That kind of stuff. Like, sometimes I just want it kind of reminds me of, there's a very funny, I believe his name is Lucas or something, but he's a guy who does a really shockingly good John Mulaney impression. He did a video recently where he was like, why are there no, like, low stakes conspiracy theories? Like, I want someone to convince me that the Ottoman Empire invented cannolis or something like that. Something like that. But, like, it was very funny. And that's kind of how, like, I feel sometimes. Is sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I just want to vibe with, like, sort of lore. Like, kind of lore. I just want to vibe sometimes. I don't need anything to it, which is why when, like, I was watching Origins SMP and I saw Rambo pull out the Do Not Read book, I was like, I'm too tired. I wanna go to sleep. Where's the we're basics. I just wanna die. Anyway. I don't even really watch Rick and Morty, and even that stuck with me. I also, one of the things that was by the creators of Rick and Morty that I found very funny was their VR game that I think it's like VR Accountant or something like that. But like, I found that extremely funny. But like, unfortunately with Rick and Morty, like, I really did try to get into it, but it didn't hook me, and I know that that's one of those things where I'm like, I know if I said it to, like, nerdly dude bros, it's like, oh, how can you not like Rick and Morty? Are you too dumb for it? It's like, no, I'm not too dumb for it. It's just, I don't give a crap. I think it's dumb. And I know it's like, well, if you think it's dumb, then you're too dumb for it. And I'm like, no. But, oh my god, this flippin' lava. Can this stop? Alright, I think this lava is going to be too much of a pain to deal with in this tunnel, so we're going to just block off that tunnel. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those, and I also think that it's becoming like an elitism thing amongst dude bro nerds, Rick and Morty, you know? Where I'm just like, bruh, come on, man, like, yes, it is a little more, like, nuanced than some shows, but it's not as deep as people make it out to be. Yeah, like, it's like, exactly, it's stuff like that where it's like, I feel like people are taking it as too smart. Like, they're like, it's this extremely nuanced humor, and I'm like, bruh, he turned himself into a pickle. Also, like, it made some monsters out of some people in terms of both towards other people, but also towards, like, staff. Like, I will never forget the Szechuan sauce incident. Like, come on, man. Like, oh my god, I found more! So that's what, 8 pieces today? Hang on, let me check around. See if there's any extra. Okay, so far 8 pieces. Oh, the Szechuan sauce incident. So, Nikos, back, oh gosh, when was it? I think it was like 2015, 14? Because it was somewhere before Tumblr had its mass exodus. I don't know why I remember that. It just was. Basically, there was this whole joke in Rick and Morty where they were talking about this. Apparently, when it was first released, it was released as like a promotional thing with Disney's Mulan. But McDonald's made like some sort of Szechuan sauce that went with their meals that were Mulan themed at some point. And they discontinued it. It became kind of a joke in Rick and Morty, to the point that McDonald's decided to do a haha funny collab with Rick and Morty, where they brought back Szechuan sauce, I think for like either one day or a week. It was a very short time frame, whatever it was. But they decided to bring back Szechuan sauce, right? The animals that people became during this promotion was horrendous. Matter of fact, it's directly stated that the things that they learned from doing that particular promo is what trained them to be able to later do the BTS promo. So yeah. It was, and like, you can look up videos of dude bros, like, flailing around like absolute infants, screaming, "I'm Pickle Rick, demanded Szechuan sauce." Like, and when I say like children, I mean, This man was like 2 seconds away from like pooping in his diaper, kind of flailing around like a child. It was horrendous. It was so bad, man. And again, it literally trained them on how to do limited time stuff for fan bases with crazy fans. Like, how do you, like, not get embarrassed? I don't know, man. Like, it's wild. Alrighty. Bow. Alrighty. And also, because of how crazy people went for it, like, people who genuinely just wanted to try it, like, ended up having to pay, like, scalper prices for, like, just a tub of it. And it's like, bruh, can we not do this crap? Oh my god, why is this area cursed now? Fine. And, like, I know I'm lava immune, but it's just kind of annoying to deal with, so that's part of why I'm like, I don't want to. I can't believe I found 8 pieces of netherite today. Like, I'm gonna use up, like, all of my luck today. Just on ranting about stupid dude bro stuff and netherite. Alrighty. Good. Because, like, right, like, I can't wait for... Because one of the things, and this isn't necessarily a spoiler because it's been discussed in a Q&A article, but one of the things that was discussed about the new Venom movie is the way that Andy Serkis described it. He described it as focusing entirely on, in his words, their quote-unquote love affair, them being Eddie and Venom. I can't wait for Dude Bros to be like, if it is exactly what he says, and it is, like, in no uncertain terms, they are having, like, you know... I love that I don't have a face cam, but I still do, like, silent motions. I just limp-wristed at the camera, but if they have their, like, coming out moment, I can't wait for Dude Bros to be like, I can't believe that they tried to make Venom gay, and I'm like, bruh, Venom has been... Bruh, do you understand that they have literally, in canon in Venom, Eddie and Ven have directly done the do before, on screen, in no uncertain terms, literally describing that they were having, you know what. Eddie and Venom have been gay for as long as we know them. But I know that the Dude Bros are going to be like, oh, I can't believe that they're just catering to fake fans. And I'm like, you're a faker fan than me if you think that they haven't done the do in canon before. They have multiple children, one of which they directly used as a pregnancy allegory, and Eddie directly said that he didn't want Venom to leave this time so he could experience what Venom experiences when they give birth to children. Do we have to spell it out any clearer? Autobot caught you! Ophelia said no! Thank you, Ophelia, but it's okay. He's allowed. But yeah, exactly. Because, like... Oh, no. She didn't say yes. I said yes. I did it. But yeah, like, they'll be like, it's kind of like how toxic Dude Bros tend to latch on to the Joker. For some reason, Venom is another one of those things that toxic Dude Bros tend to latch on to, and I'm like, bro, do you understand that you're supporting, like, the biggest bi disaster in history? Alright. I want to see if I can get a little further in here. I cannot find where the source of this is. Okay, never mind. But yeah, no, Ophelia was like, oh, he said gay. That's not allowed. And yes, I don't know why I named her Ophelia, I just did. Just because Autobot Ophelia sounds cute in my head. Also because I'm obsessed with Abney Park, so I think about the name Ophelia on a regular basis. Let you test it. Are you going to push my Autobot's limits? Yeah, yep. She caught you there. I have it set pretty high just in case of hate raids. I wouldn't push her too far, though. She is not homophobic! Ophelia's fine. She just protects me. She's like a grandma who doesn't. She's not sure what's rude, so she just protects you against everything. It's fine. We love and stand Ophelia in this house. I want fan art of Ophelia now. I don't even know how I would draw her. Because, like, if it were me, I would draw her looking like GLaDOS, but not like the way that people interpret GLaDOS as being like a soccer mom Karen looking thing. Like, actually, like, you know, the character GLaDOS, because, like, I like robots. Alrighty, anyway. But yeah, Ophelia just wants to keep me safe. It's fine. Let's go. Bow, 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 bow. Because I know I've been clapped by Phil's Automod before for saying some similar stuff, but I know it's just because the Automod can't tell what's humor or not. Because, like, I think I said something to the effect of, wow, you suck, bro, /J. And Automod immediately clapped me. And I was like, well, I forgot that Phil has... Because Phil's the reason I even know about Automod. Because otherwise I'd be, like, suffering here alone, not knowing what to do. But Phil's like, don't forget that Automod is, like, adjustable and you can set it. Because I also know that I've been clapped by BBH's Automod. Specifically, I can remember exactly what I said. It was during the Red Banquet, and I made some... Because everyone was talking about what they were wearing, and I don't have a lot of red clothes. So I remember saying I should go grab my Carnage shirt, because, again, I'm a huge Venom fan, so I also have a Carnage shirt. And no, I didn't say heck, but I did say Carnage, and the Automod was like, nope. And I'm like, interested that is an Automod offense. Oh, hello. Okay. But yeah, it caught me there, and I'm like, I guess it's probably based on, like, violence terms. So that's probably what it counts as a violent term. But I know that BBHs are all set as high as they could go. I just know that for a fact. And that's not me being mean to him. It's just a genuine, like, I know. Which is fine because, you know, he wants to foster an environment that younger audiences can watch because, like... I know that he's directly addressed this before, but, like, I think if I recall what he said was that he saw that a lot of kids would get in trouble for watching these streamers because they had a bad habit of swearing, and he wanted to foster an environment where kids could enjoy stuff and not get in trouble for it. As I recall correctly. Which is part of why, like, I tend to be a little bit leery of swearing, because like I said, I swear like a sailor, and Nikos, you know this probably better than most, because you're in a server with me, and you've seen me swear multiple times. Until I get exhausted of trying, because, like, I know one day eventually I will get just tired of, like, trying to to moderate myself, and I'll just give up and start swearing again. I do want to try to, like, foster that kind of environment. Partially also because, like, this may be a stupid reason, but I don't want to hear it from my mother if she ever tunes into one of my streams, and it's like, Logan! And I'm like, Mom, please. I am almost 30 years old. Because my mom is, like, very anti-swearing. Not that I think she would ever tune into one of my streams, but, like, still. It's just one of those things that I don't fancy having to explain to her mom, look, I'm 30, I'm allowed to swear. And again, almost 30, I turned 30 in March. Ugh, sorry, had a weird burp there. Go away! Ah, it had to set me on fire just one last time. Alright, hang on. I think we can get past it at this point. I think we're past the point of, like, no return when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm so excited to get to see Spirited Away on the big screen. Oh, no. She'll take, like, heck. She's a little leery of frick, because she's like, I know that you're just using that in place of the F word, and I'm like, yes, I'm not saying the F word, you should be happy, so why are you annoyed at frick as well? It's like that, watch your language, frick, don't test me, shoot, dang it, oh my god, it just leads up ass. But yeah, no. And she's gotten a little more lenient about, like, frick and stuff like that. But my other mother, my mother-in-law, my partner's side, she's a little more lenient, but I vividly remember, because I treat all mothers like my mother, where I'm like, I automatically put on my swear filter around them. I vividly remember the first time. So, it was after my partner had a surgery and we were going to temporarily stay at my mom's new place in Arizona, which is where, if you remember when I was going on vacation to Arizona, that's where I was at my mom's place. Not my mom-in-law. But my mother-in-law, I had zoned out for the past 5 hours listening to Magnus Archives. So I had my headphones in, and they were trying to get my attention, and they were like, hey, look, because they knew I had never seen a saguaro cactus in person, outside of, like, I don't know, Disney, but I had never seen them like, in the wild. And they're like, they finally got my attention, were like, Logan, look, saguaros. And I leaned up and very quietly went, oh, shit. And then immediately realized what I said. It was like, I'm sorry! She's like, it's fine, it's fine. And I'm like, if it were my mother would be like, oh! My mother-in-law is pretty good. I do not have, like, a nightmare mother-in-law. She's pretty chill. The worst thing she did was show me Outlander, and I remember thinking the whole time, the other server I'm on has a bunch of Scots, and I'm like, I wonder how they feel about Outlander. Because I know the one thing that's, like, a genuine gripe about Outlander is the fact that they use an actual family that has an actual tartan, but didn't use that actual family's tartan. Instead, they use this strange, desaturated one. And it's like, I watched 2 episodes, and I saw a boob twice, and I'm like, I'm a little concerned by how much booba is in this show. But then again, I also watched a fair chunk of, like, Game of Thrones and managed it. But, like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I did not expect to be watching a booba while my mother-in-law is sitting right next to me, and it's kind of weird. Anyway. Alright, cool. But yeah, my mother-in-law is very, very sweet. It's just, sometimes she can be a little much. So, like, sometimes I'm like, I'm so tired. Because she is very extroverted, whereas my partner and I talk about I'm the most extroverted introvert you'll meet, but I am very definitely still an introvert, because there are times where I'm just like, I'm so tired, and I'm around like an extrovert, so they expect me to be like an extrovert, so they don't handle me at the same measure as they would handle an introvert. And I'm just like, please, I'm so tired, I want to go. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'm an introvert, please. It's kind of like when I interact with my grandma, but like a little bit less severe. But anyway. I don't mean like an actual family, like a modern day family. I mean a traditional family name. Also, you can't sue over a tartan. I think they just did it for the aesthetic because they wanted this kind of misty look. So, like, they went with more desaturated colors. Because as I recall, the traditional family name that they have, I believe the tartan for them is black and red. I could be... I'm trying to remember what my mother-in-law said. But, it's not that outlandish of a tartan, because... whatever. The one that they went with was more like this muted kind of, like, dark grayish and, like, very pale beige. I think... I'm kind of, like... It's kind of slipped out of my mind, because that's how my brain... There's a reason I talk about my terrible memory, like, pretty often. It's situations like that. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. I kind of want to dig back in the other direction for the past few ones that I've had to, like, abandon, but also I'm like, I also don't. But yeah, I do not think you could legally sue over a traditional Scottish tartan. Because otherwise the lineage of that ownership would be a little strange to try to figure out. Because most tartans are, like, thousands of years old. And there's so many of them that it's like, ugh, you know? Alrighty. Fun fact, there is a tartan for the name Logan, although I believe it's for the last name Logan. I don't believe it's for the first name Logan. And also, like... yeah, I can't phrase it either, but, and, our lineage is, like, pretty much half Irish, half Scottish. And then my brain just decided to remind me of that clip of somebody... Oh, time to traumatize Rambo fans. My brain decided to remind me of that clip of someone saying, have you ever interacted with, like, or they're describing, like, the kind of, like, white people that you interact with, and they're, like, the ones that you ask them where they're from and they respond in, like, a number of percentages. I used to do that, because, like, if I had to get into it, I know that I'm, like, I'm mostly Irish and Scottish, but I have a little bit of French, a little bit of German, I'm just basically exotic white bread, you know? But it's mostly Irish and Scottish. So, like, I'm sure I could figure out one of my, like, ancestors' traditional tartans. I'm not hyperfixated on something like that. I very seldom hyperfixate on those anymore. I used to. My specific hyperfixation was family crests. Just because I thought they were neat. Like, I know one of the old family crests that I had a bunch of, like, bull, like, a male cow, you know, bull, like, I don't know if it's heads or what. Well, it was either a bull or a boar, I forget which one. If it was a boar, that would be kind of funny, considering, you know, everything. Oh, yeah, like, it's very sad, honestly, like... The whole reason why a lot of people don't even know that certain tartans are associated with certain families and that, like, if you are Scottish, you have a family tartan at some point is because of colonization. One of the things that was taken from the Scots was their tartans, because it was a source of pride. And it's really depressing that it's even still to this day that a lot of, like, places, even though it's become more common to inform people about it, still, like, people don't know that they have this part of their family history that they could look to and have as a piece of their own culture. It's sad, you know? Because, like, there's whole receptacles dedicated to it online, but, like, it's still just one of those things that people just tend not to know because it's not ever spoken about. And I feel, and I wonder how much more culture was lost that we weren't able to recover, you know? Because, like, a lot of those cultural pieces that get lost and, discovered again, it's a situation of, it's discovered because people are bound and determined to make sure that it never is truly lost. Rather than, you know, how sometimes things fall by the wayside because somebody, the right person who would have documented and protected it wasn't born yet, or, you know, the word didn't pass down the line. It's so sad to me. Especially if you want an extremely depressing profession, get into linguistic anthropology. I watched a documentary where they were talking about how, so these linguists made this story, and a story that broke my heart so badly that I actually remember crying in the middle of class while watching it. Was they were talking to this man who he created the only written version ever of a very traditional. I found another. Oh my gods! What is my luck? He created the. Bruh. But he created the only written version of a language that was spoken in a country that was very close to Russia. It was either Russia or the Czech Republic, which I know are kind of the same thing to a certain degree. During one of the conflicts where... Hang on, I need to go dump off all my, my spare netherrack. But, during a massive conflict where this country was basically getting colonized, and he showed it to, I believe it was Russia, because he showed it to a Russian officer, because he was a child when he made this, because his culture didn't have a written component to their language, so he decided he wanted to be like, you know, the Russians who had a written part of their language. And this officer took this written version of his language that he created, tore it up, and burned it. And he hasn't been able to remember it since he created it, because he was, like, 7. And that was the only written version of that language that ever existed. And then you have, like, possibly one of the most depressing to me is the people who are literally the last speakers of their language, point blank, period. Like, they are literally the last person alive who knows their language, so the language is technically extinct. And because of the way language works, you will never fully be able to teach someone that language in your lifetime if it's only one person who only knows it for one lifetime. The only language that is even close to that is taught at an older age than a younger age is a very specific... I believe it's somewhere near Nepal... But only the men learn it, and only at a certain rite of passage moment in their life. And because of the fact that they have several people who speak it, who are still teaching these boys this language, they can still learn. But, like... And the other really depressing thing is... people who speak indigenous languages here in the States talking about going to... schools that forced English learning, and if they spoke their language, they would be beaten. And people who will still teach their native languages, like, in the quiet of their home because they know that, like, their kids may lose that part of themselves. I can't even put into words how depressing it must be to be a linguistic anthropologist. And it's discussed on multiple occasions that it's, like, an extremely depressing profession. Because a lot of times, you aren't out there working with people who speak languages that are well-kept. You're working with people who are, like, you're literally trying to preserve this language before the language dies. So I can't even imagine how sad that must be. But yeah. And, like, maybe I'm also, like, very prone to highly respected anthropological professions because, even though they're also a vet tech and that's their current job, my partner was trained as an anthropologist. Like, that was their first schooling, experience was as an anthropologist. And even they've directly admitted, they were like, of any anthropology field I would want to go into, the single last one would be linguistics, because not only do you have to deal with people and they are an extreme introvert, but also it's depressing. It's so sad. Like, it's fascinating to watch them do their work, right? But it's also just so sad. And, like, at the end of the day, I don't know how you could compartmentalize so you don't... The only way I can phrase it is take the cases home with you, like, which is a phrase that, like, detectives have used, but, like, taking your work home with you because you can't unthink it. Because like I said, a lot of times, linguistic anthropologists are working with literally the last person who fluently speaks a language, and a lot of times that person is elderly, so just the thought that if this person died today, the last living speaker of this language dies. And like having to be gentle with that person enough that you can like get the information out of them, but not push them so hard that like you're hurting them on a personal level. Because you don't want to, like, overwhelm them. Especially because a lot of these people don't speak compatible languages, like linguistic. Like, that the linguist understands. Like, sometimes you'll have one language in common, but it's almost never your, like, first language. I'm just thinking of that scene in Atlantis where Milo... Another one? What it... I am rolling in the money today. Now, if only I could be this lucky in real life. But, I'm trying to decide if I want to go back now or if I want to go further. I think I'll go further. Next time I hit a lava spot, I'll probably, stop because... Or, I mean, go back and, like, return this stuff because my inventory's getting kind of Well, actually, hang on. I can collapse down some stuff in my inventory. Let me grab this. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Actually, I could use you for my own good. Let me not accidentally grab the netherite, because I almost did. But, so what? So I've gathered... So, 8... I said I had 8 when I had 1 in here, so 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces of netherite today. I think. Oh, I just took all of my... Oops. Hang on. I need to grab some more so I can actually seal that up. Oh, gosh darn it. Well, I need to collapse this anyway. Alright, hold on. Pow, pow, pow. Very good. But yeah, it's just, it's one of those things that I vividly remember that documentary making me cry because, again, the linguists literally talked about, they were like, it's so hard not to let it personally affect you, the knowledge that many of these people you are speaking to will not be there, like, the next time you come through, and also, there is every potential that if you do not get this language out of them, that this language will die not just with them, but with you. Like, they talked about this specific kind of guilt that linguists get over situations like that. And it was just very interesting to think about. Alrighty, cool. I have a bit more room to work with now. Not much, but... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to sort my inventory. There we go, much better. But yeah, I can't even imagine. And also, like, having to trust that you're not interpreting a word wrong, because, like, most of what they do, like I said, they don't have a compatible language, typically. So they'll literally... I vividly remember this one who was going to a new village with a language that had never been documented before, and he would point at his teeth to ask what you call that, and I'm like, how do you know they're not telling you the word for mouth, or whatever? But regardless, it's just, I'm very interested in knowledge in general. Like, knowledge is a very big thing of mine, and, like, learning how we learn things. Because, like, I remember one of the things that my mom-in-law did for our vacation, because our vacation was shortly after my partner and I's anniversary, and just before my partner's birthday. So for that, my mom-in-law sent us to one of those exhibits that was the animated version of Van Gogh's works, where they took you into this big room with, like, tall walls and stuff, and they played music and animated a bunch of different Van Gogh paintings. And I remember tearing up, because not just because Van Gogh makes me cry, because, you know, like, specifically, I was remembering that Doctor Who episode with Van Gogh, But Van Gogh in general, I don't need to establish why Van Gogh is sad, but regardless. But the idea of finally getting to come back to a museum just broke me. Because it had been so long since I've been to a museum, point blank period, that it just emotionally devastated me. And I was just like, I knew I was already gonna cry because of Van Gogh. I didn't know I was gonna cry because I'm back at a museum after so long. Because I used to live in DC, or like close enough to DC that when my mom was at work, I would basically just take the train and go to the museums because the Smithsonian's are free, because the man who founded them was a firm believer of knowledge should not be limited to people with money. So the Smithsonian's that are directly associated with him, so like the ones that are directly started by the Smithsonian Foundation, you will find almost all of them are generally free. Now, mind you, like, that's why they sell food and stuff and gift shops, is so that they can, like, make money on the sly, but, like, the vast majority of them have free admission. And I miss just being able to go down. Also, I was really sad because it's open again now, but when I lived in DC, the entire time I was there, the fossil wing of the Natural History Museum was closed, and dinosaurs are, like, one of my #1 passions. And I was like, like, they had a mini version of it, but not, like, a big version of it, and I'm like, I just want to see the dinosaurs. And I would love to see what the wing looks like now, but it was, I lived there in 2000 and, I'm trying to remember. I believe it was 2015 that I lived in DC, and the fossil wing wasn't open until 2019. I believe that was correct, because it was like far enough away that no matter how long I lived there, there was a high likelihood I was not going to see it. Because we were only going to live there for a year anyway, and I knew that, so I was extremely depressed that I wasn't going to get to, you know, see it. And I've heard it's beautiful, like the updated fossil wing. But still. Oh my gosh. We are just in the basalt biome. Anyway. I'm also trying to decide, like, if I get in, like, if I ever get onto another Origin server, like, what I want my Origin to be, because as much as I adore Blazeborn, I also kind of want to mess around with another Origin, maybe. Why did I do that? I mean, I know I barely use quartz and anything, but you know what? It's fine. Let's go back. Let's head back and dump off our stuff. Because, like, we are very full. Up to you. I just wanted to get back to it because I wanted to, like... Initially, my plan was to build something, but now my brain is on the netherite kick that it normally gets on. But yeah, I'm trying to decide what origin I would be. And it entirely depends on, like, what I feel like dealing with, right? Because, like, the main benefit of being a Blazeborn is that I don't have to deal with lava, right? Like, but I also have to start in the nether, which is an absolute nightmare, especially when the servers are on hard! Oh, I didn't dig this gold. Hang on, let me take care of that. Matter of fact, that's why when the Forgotten SMP was starting up, initially the Forgotten SMP was gonna be on hard, and I basically sat up and I'm like, as someone who's currently playing on a hard server, can we please consider putting this on normal? Because, like, I know, like, there'll be people who don't want to play on easy, so I'm willing to compromise normal, but please can we not have it on hard? Like, especially if we're going to be doing a lot of lore-driven stuff, like, I would very much like to do that. Also, before you fully shut down the Charmed SMP, I would like you to warn me, and I can have a day where I end up reading out the Mordecai letters, so that I can have them on stream for posterity. Because my plan was basically once you guys found the majority of them, I would read them out on stream. Oh, you'll keep it up? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, one day I'll read out the Mordecai letters on stream, just so I can, you know, do the thing. Anyway. Alright, let's go. Let's get into it. My only worry right now is if it rains, because then I might be stuck at the portal. Or I'll have to just brave the storm and run for it. Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay, that works with me. Especially because I definitely want to get, like, proper pictures of the Ashen Manor and stuff, because I really like how it turned out. Anyway. I can continue making my weird cursed nether city that has been overrun by piglins. Hup. Alright, let's go. Also, you know another stupid thing that I just remembered about my anthropology class that I took where I watched that linguistic anthropology film? I vividly remember, this was college, right? I vividly remember getting into an argument with a dude over what defined sushi. Because sushi technically means vinegared rice. Sushi is not raw fish, which is why you can have cooked sushi rolls. Raw fish, if it's just raw fish, it's sashimi, right? I remember this dude getting in my face and showing me in this textbook, it's saying that it meant raw fish, and I looked at him dead in the face, because this man was really choosing this as his hill to die on, and saying, you know that textbook's like 30 years old, and also written by a white person. It does not mean this. Why would it and basically what I told him, I was like, if sushi is just sushi, why is pure raw fish, sashimi, called something different? And that's how I ended that argument. But I vividly remember this dude, bro, getting all up in my face because I corrected him about what sushi was. And I look back on that now and I'm like, that man's probably a terrible person to his partners and friends, you know? If he gets that pressed over someone corrected him over sushi. But anyway. Alrighty, cool. I cannot believe how much netherite I found today. That is insane. Anyway, while that's cooking, let me put this away. Bow. Oh, no, come back. Okay, I'm probably gonna be on for another, what time is it? Maybe another hour, before I switch over to another stream. I don't need to throw that away right now. Cool. Like that. Alright, good. That is absolutely wild, how much I have. Alright. And it's funny because, like, I never really bothered with netherite and I've discussed this before, but I never really bother with netherite on my typical world, so, like, the fact that I am the one with this much is kind of funny. Like, I'm still pretty sure that Spice is technically richer than me, because Spice has, like, all the emeralds in the world. But, regardless of that... Oh, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Stop. Also, I in a very sleep-deprived state, decided to yesterday get onto my Hypixel world and, work on my house a little bit, and some random dude came on and, like, flipped out over how big it was. It like, genuinely, like, holy cow, this is really cool, but, like, he came on and in all caps just like, holy, and I'm like, do people not build with the full space they're given? Hello? Or am I just weird? Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Alright, alright. Wow. I really need to fix that stripped log in front of my house, but I don't care right now. And also, like, I guarantee if I go on another Origin server and I am still a Blazeborn or any of the water allergy races, that I will guaranteed think that I have Frostwalker boots on and accidentally walk right into water and just... Oh, hello, Flowey. Alright, bow, 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 bow. Let's go. Alright, up we get. Up we get. Oh. Alrighty, anyway. Oh. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, good. Let me get into a safer place before I continue making business deals. Alrighty. It's an Owen Wilson alarm. Wow. Alright, good. And ironically, this theme would play during, this particular theme that's playing right now, I believe is the frying pan, so it's the one with all the fire. So, kind of fit. Okay, cool. Let's go. Wow. Let's see if I can find any more netherite before the end of the stream. I'm genuinely impressed with how much I found. Because, like, I don't typically get that much netherite at the end of the day. So I found out enough, so I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces for that. And that already took a while. IDK, but you can take some from the Ashen Grove. Alrighty, cool. Because the Ashen Grove has plenty of ebony saplings. Because that's like... The Ashen Grove's like main export is ebony. Go gosh darn it. Get out of here. I hate gravel so much. Alright, I don't have to worry about that one. More! Oh my gosh. What is the deal today? Okay, so we're gonna have to try and place something behind that. Because we don't want to lose that, Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, and then... Alright, cool. So it should be fine. Alright. Come on. Alright, cool. Did I get 2? Got it. Okay, cool. So we found out 12 pieces today, I think. That's pretty flippin' cool if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. We just really, at the end of the day, came down here for charging our weapons. And we got so much netherite. Yep. I believe you've got 5 near you. Alright, cool. Bow, 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 bow. Alright, cool. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Get some help. Oh gosh darn it, fine. Okay, cool. Oh gosh darn it. I should have been a smart man and done that so that I could easily place the torch under it. Like this, I shall show you. Because it has a thing that... Open! He's found 12 of the letters. Nice, nice. Alrighty. Alrighty. He has like half of them. What the heck? Anyway, Chad, anyway. Alright. Bop, 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 bop. Alright, good. Very good, very pog. Bop. Bop. And bop. Alright, cool, 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 bop. And hip, bop. Alright, let's go. Good, good, good. Alright. Please run away. Monster King forbids you. It's so much slower than the actual version where he's singing. It's this part that he would be singing to technically. Please run away, Monster King forbids your stay. And then I forget like the part past this, but I know that it talks about that you must like he'll throw you into the dungeon and stuff. But I forget most of it. I just remember the Monster King forbids your stay part. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. There's so much lava. Bow, bow, bow. Cool, cool, cool. So if I ever need to, I can actually fully kit myself out again. Oh wait, actually, hang on. I did the math wrong on my suit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 pieces to totally kit out my stuff. So yeah, 32 pieces. Because it takes 4 ancient debris to make an ingot. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. Oh gosh darn it, come on. Go away. Excuse you. Well, that's probably not gonna work out the way I want it, so let's continue, continue. I cannot believe how stinking much I found today. That is just utter madness. Bow, 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 bow. Let's go, my loves. Ba-dup, bup. Bow, wow, bow. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Ba 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 boom. My phone just... Yes, it did. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, good. Good. Sorry. It was, my spouse was just talking to me. It's a good thing I did that in a place where, like, I wasn't at any risk or whatever. Alright, let's go, chat. Let's go. Alright, good. Bop, 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 bop. Bow. I don't know why I'm, like, voguing. Well, technically I'm not posing for it, but I'm doing the sounds, you know? Probably because I've got that, ow, va boom, stuck in my head. Alright, cool, let's go. Bow. Alrighty, let's go. But yeah, it also, like, didn't Spice spend, like, an entire, like, night just logged onto the stream doing nothing but, like, mining? Like, in addition to their villager army, I'm pretty sure that's the other reason that Spice has, like, so stinking much of everything. Stop it. Gosh darn it. There we go. Alright. Let's see. At least we found the end of that one person's netherite mine here, so I don't have to keep bridging across it every time. Because that was annoying. Well, and I know that technically I could have followed their mine and done the bed method, but I don't care, because I get lost when I do the bed method. And this is safer for me, and it prevents bad guys from spawning in my tunnels. Well, because of where I am, it does. Like, if I was in a soul sand biome, I would have to deal with skeletons and whatever, but, like, I'm not, so I don't. I got very lucky that the place I decided to make my mine was in one of the more beneficial biomes. Or not beneficial, but the one where, like, the things that could actually fit through my tunnels are passive unless proven otherwise, or unless given a reason, you know? But still. Bow. Let's go. Bow. Alright. And also, I probably will, like, at some point move my streams later. It just depends. But, like, I have my schedule, and right now I'm being fairly stubborn about it. But at some point, I'll probably move my streams slightly later. It just depends. I know. It's like, who else streams really early? Oh, Ponk. Ponk's the other one. I'm like Ponk, where I'm just like, I know that, like, you know, most people who are probably of the demographic I'm looking for are probably asleep. Either asleep or at work. But I don't care. And again, I will eventually one day change when I do that. It's just for right now. It's when my partner gets up and leaves for work, and on Mondays, which is when my partner's home, it's intentionally done so that, you know, they can come back into the room because they usually wake up after I finish streaming. But I don't know. I'll see about moving it at some point. And obviously also on, like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's also partially because I am an avid Phil enjoyer, and Phil streams at, like, 11. So my brain's like, if I stream now, I can watch Phil. And I'm like, Braid, you also want to make a career out of this, so you may need to, like, sacrifice your morals a little bit. But regardless, I'll let you guys know when I shift the timing of it. I also intentionally did it in this way so that, aside from, like, Punk, some of the big-time, like, streamers, they usually will start after me, so, like, I'm not, like, competing, but also there's a reason they don't stream at this time slot, you know? And, like, obviously, once I get established, I probably won't need to worry about streaming late as much, because, like, How am I meant to get established if all the people who I want to watch me are asleep or in school? I know. But yeah, anyway. Or at work, obviously. I don't know why I forgot about at work. Ugh. Bow, bow. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be, but whatever. It's fine. Bow, 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 bow. La da da da, la da da da. Alright, very, very good. Cool. Bow, bow. It's kind of like I know that Phil sometimes gets these comments from his Australian fans where they're like, Phil, please. Phil, please, you know? There you go. Yeah, Mixter, please. Mixter, please. I'll think about it. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. You're... I swear to the gods, if you rickroll me... Oh, I know, Ebony's so nice. Oh, there you go. I knew it was coming. Alright, I need to... Oh my god, stop! Christ, what is it? I still want the record to show that I got you to I was gonna say I watched that when it premiered. That is an old hurt for me. I have learned how to deal with that. I was alive in 2006 and of the demographic to watch. But I still want the record to show that I got you to lose the game, not just in any old way, but in sign language. I just want the record to show that. You did, but that's not rickrolling it. Jesus Christ! Sorry, I got jump scared by a piglin. But that's not in a separate language. And I believe it's specifically American Sign Language that it was in. Hello, Fred. Can I please come up? Excuse me. And also, I technically had seen that video before because the guy who does that, I believe his username is, oh gosh, Emo Boy Joseph. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Shows up on my For You page pretty often, so I've actually seen that one before. Sorry, I was getting, like, annihilated by a hoglin. Anyway. There we go, thank gods. Alright, cool, we're square. Anyway. But yeah, like, I get his videos on my For You page all the time. Specifically the ones that I definitely cannot quote on stream because they are extremely raunchy. But his, cryptid series specifically I used to get on my For You page. Let's go. Alright, good, good, good. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Hup. On we go, chat. Oh, rubber banded a little bit. Alrighty, goody, goody, good. Goody, goody gumdrops. Hup. Boing. I need to play more Portal. Maybe I'll play Portal on Monday. Specifically, I need to download more fan content for Portal, but you know, because I think I played the entirety of the Enigma Protocol. So I just need to download it. Portal Reloaded is, you might have to show me after stream where to find that. Because there's a couple that I actually really want to play that are, like, story-driven. It just depends on how to get them. But I know, like, I forget which one. There's a couple that I'm aware of that I saw. Oh, I forget who I saw playing them. It may have been a page that is just dedicated to showing playthrough content, but there was one that I believe was set in, like, Russia that had, like, I don't remember what, but, like, it had a whole different version of GLaDOS that was more like a security system, and it was, like, a masculine voice, but I don't remember anything beyond that. But yeah. Okay. So, already, just go put that in the chest. Yes, that's it. Portal Stories Bell. Thank you. And I don't know if, like, you need something separate to get those to work or whatever, so I don't know. Okay, cool. Also, like, if you ever need Blackstone or Basalt, I have quite a bit of those. Just have to have Steve. Okay, I'll look at that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna need to reset the day here in a sec. Hup, let's go. But yeah, and there was another one that it didn't seem as entertaining or as good or as long, but there was one that was, oh shoot, what was it? It was, I think it was like a paintball kind of thing. So it was more like paint than portals, if that makes sense. But anyway. Alright, very good. But yeah, I adore Portal, so like, I should look into those other ones for sure. Alright. Especially like ones that are story driven, because that way I have someone to work off of. In the form of one, either GLaDOS or whatever, like, the other party is. Yeah. Because, yeah, I don't remember the name of the system in Portal Stories Mel. If I recall, it was a security system, and it had, a masculine voice. But yeah, Mel is definitely one that I need to play. It'll be extra funny because I'm not as familiar with it as, you know... Did it? Did my stream freeze? That's strange, because on my end it says I've got excellent connection and stuff. That's a little strange. But... okay, I see. Alright, cool. Alright. Bow. Alright, let's go back in. Probably our last trip to the Nether for this stream. I'm guessing. Very good, very pog. Let's get going. Alrighty, cool. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, nice. Okay, good. Let's go. Alright, cool. Into the nether we go. Into the nether with us. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello, Hogwood. That's, like, literally, like, right here. Where'd it go? Oh, well, I'm not gonna complain about that. There's also a little one over here. Go away. Be gone, small child. Okay, I don't think he's gonna continue to aggro on me, so that's fine. Oop, I'm on the wrong part of the song, oh well. Alright, my loves, let's go. I've got pork chops, if I need them, question mark. Alright, on we go. Cool. Let's go. And I still need to continue the one that I was on, because the one that I was on was not done yet. I just had, like, a super full inventory. Alright. Well, it looks like I skipped one for some reason. So I'm gonna have to figure that out in a minute. Alright, let's go. Okay. Well, lava. Okay. Alright, good. Did that fix it? Nope, not really. Alright, fine. I guess that one was already at the end of the road anyway. Sad face. Sad face. Alright, let's go back and get that one that I didn't before. Because I apparently skipped one, not paying attention or whatever. Oh, alright, let's go. Bow, bow, bow. I love how some of the songs are so flippin' short on the Undertale soundtrack. Like, they're like 5 seconds. And they're just to, like, push a mood across. Another one! Oh my god, are you kidding? More? Bruh. What is my luck today? I really need to buy a lotto ticket or something. Actually, no, because gambling's bad, kids. Anyway. Bow. Unless it's like in a fictional setting with non-real stakes, like, you know, Twitch points or whatever. Alright, bow. Or like on Neopets, I don't know. Alrighty, good. Let me think. Oh, well, I'm in the nether right now, crap. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, there's a few taiga villages behind the Ashen Grove. Bow. That's right, because you technically don't have a house, you just have the city you've been working on. Oh. Come on. Get out of here. Alright. Alright, cool. Nope, that did a fat lot of nothing. Okay, that probably did something. Except it didn't do anything about the one up there. No, gosh darn it. Okay, come here. Up. Alright, come on, mate. Now I need to put one there. Alright. It does look like that area is just a fat lot of trouble no matter what I do. Yeah, it's just a really big lava spot. Ah well. Easy come, easy go. I can't believe how much netherite I got today. It's insanity. And you know what's really funny about this? I know that there's a couple people's netherite mines that are just to the right and left of this area. I imagine that we are getting some, frustration table moments. Oh. Interested that I opened this up into another one of my honeycomb mines. Weird. Why are there honeycomb mines out here? And why did I block them up? Are they mine? Hello? Or am I off track and slightly lost? No, I can't be. Huh. That's really weird. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted to start elongating the mine. So I needed to make the main hub of it longer. Bow, bow. Bow. Cool. Good. Cool. Bow. Good. Alright, cool. Let's make this longer. So I have a fair way to go. And we'll do the back of the bike first. Okay. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, cool. Because I don't know what you're specifically looking for. So... Alright. Cool. Alrighty. 1, 2. Up. Alright, cool. Flippin' gravel. Ah, I see. Cool. Alright. Bop. Good. Alright, cool. Let's go. Good. Bow. Boom. Ba-ba-ba-boom. Okay, that's a little spooky scary. It's probably someone else's mine. If I had to venture a guess, that's probably what it is. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, lava. While I am not allergic to you, you do annoy me. Destroyer of items. Obstructor of, you know, motion. Bow, bow, bow. Cool, 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 cool. Just mostly doing this to get, you know, experience. Bow, 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 bow. Because, like, I know where an experience farm is, but it's not very riveting to do on stream, so... Okay, cool. Let's go. Bow, bow, bow. I say that knowing people have full-on watched Rambo sit in an AFK spotter for like 2 hours. But regardless, I'm not as funny as Rambo, so... Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good, Nikos. Alright, cool. Hello, small child. Bow, bow. This little zombie piglet is terrifying me right now, because he keeps jump scaring me. Alright, cool. Let's go. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. More spooky scary. Not like that, darn it. No, darn it. Come on, Braid. You can do this. You know how to build. Alright, cool. Bop. Good, good. Yeah, I was gonna say, this end of the mine tends to be a little more difficult to traverse, because this is where several netherite mines, specifically netherite bed mines, have gone through. Alright, cool. And the bed mines are always much harder to deal with. For obvious reasons. Alright, cool. Alright, good, good, good. Ba 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 da. Ba da ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba ba. Good, good, good. Let's go, let's go. Alright, cool. That's fine, I suppose. Oh gosh. Jump scared by rubber band. Alright, cool. Because, right, like, I just don't want to give Hoglins a chance to get into my zone, you know? Oh gosh darn it, stop that, Logan. Okay, so... Okay, stop that. Alright, cool. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Bow. Oh my god, that's so annoying. But it gives me an excuse to use my flippin' netherrack, so what am I complaining about? What am I complaining about? Alright, good, good. I suppose. Oh, hush! Hush with your old man things. Oh? There has been a mine here before. Interested. probably one of mine. It looks like one of mine. But I can't remember going this far, so that's a little strange. No, shut up. You're not, but I'm gonna say you are just to spite you. Oh, shut up. She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble dog. Anyway. Hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate. Let's go. Bow, 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 bow. Alrighty, good. She wore a crown and came down in a bubble dog. I'm gonna stab him. And who was her sister? The Wicked Witch of the East, bruh. I haven't heard that one enough to have it completely memorized, but I know some of it. Speaking of the Witches of Oz, you wanna know what I found out? That, like, annoyed me to death? Is finding out through a set of captions that I've been saying a line in Wicked wrong for, like, a decade plus. So there's a line in the song Loathing that I thought said, poor Galinda forced to reside with someone so disgusting and vile. She said someone so disgustingified, because the whole thing with Glinda is that she makes makes up fake words. But I wasn't the only one. There was literally an army of people in the comments who was like, I thought she said disgusted and vile this entire time. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't rhyme. Why would it be disgusted and vile when disgustingified actually rhymes? But I'm like, in my defense, disgustingified is not a real word. So, like, anyway. But then again, there's a whole, like, joke in that, like, Glinda, like, forgets how to rhyme a lot, because there's a point where she says, there's nothing that'll stop you from becoming, or, not that song, but in another song called Popular, where the whole point is that she is trying to rhyme a sound that ends with lar, with popular, so she has to go, there's nothing that'll stop you from becoming popular, and then she pauses and goes, lar. Because she's like, no, this is the word I want to use. It doesn't rhyme, but I'm gonna make it rhyme. Anyway. Also, to be the people who went to the first showing of Wicked after Broadway reopened, and just, even though she wasn't announced on the docket, Kristen Chenoweth, you know, the original Glinda, just was there. Exactly, that's exactly how she phrased it. She just showed up and was like, hi, and it's like, I'm sorry, do my eyes deceive me, or is Kristen Chenoweth right there? Like, that would have, oh my gosh, I found more. How? Oh my gosh! More! I just found 3 more Nikos. How am I blessed today? Oh my god, it's above and below. Anyway. Bow. And I was literally, like, just to the side of someone's netherite mine. Like, literally, I was 2 blocks away from a netherite mine, and I was 5 blocks away from a netherite mine in the other direction. Like, when I tell you, someone is gonna be mad when they see how close I was to one of their mines, and that I found 3. Oh my gosh, it is streamer luck, I guess. It's like a penance for, like, how streamers do stupid stuff during the middle of a stream. but they get streamer luck, you know? Alrighty. About... Come on. I don't like it when there's just open air. It makes me nervous. I'm like the opposite of what the Elytron build is based around, where like the whole idea is that you get nervous if you're in enclosed space. And it's funny because like in real life, I'm 100% claustrophobic, like hardcore claustrophobic. But when it comes to video games, it's the opposite. And I remember being on a stream where somebody basically, or not a stream, but like being in a game where someone was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, it's kind of a real head scraper in here," and I'm like, I don't care, literally everything I build is a head scraper. So, like, just show me where we need to go. But regardless, my loves. Oh my gosh, man. This area is just riddled. It's the reason I prefer the other side, because it seems to be a little less, like, insane. But regardless, how much do I have? I'm getting pretty close. I should probably head back. Next time I run into, like, lava or a mild inconvenience, I'll head back, and then I'll call stream there. Alright. One might call this a mild inconvenience, but right now I don't care. Yeah. Yep. There are times where that is absolutely, like, how builders work. They just go off pure memory. Bow, bow. Okay, this area looks like it's gonna be a nightmare to traverse, so I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm gonna turn around and head back, and then once I get back, I'm gonna call stream. Any old way, any old way. I found so much netherite today. It's crazy. And like, right, my netherite luck isn't bad. Like, my netherite luck is okay. But like, this is on another level of netherite luck. This is like a 24-hour game session crammed into 2.5. Okay, good, let's go. Back we go, my loves. Bow, bow, bow. Hello, Piglin. Excuse me. Thank you. At least I did it because he wasn't coming around the corner right as I was. At least I didn't accidentally, like, panic swing. Because I've done that a couple of times and paid the price for it. It was not pretty. In fact, it was quite bad. Nice. Very cool. Alright, good. Let's go. Alrighty, cool. Alright, good. On our way, chat, on our way. Good. Oh, that's such a mood. That is such a mood. Alright, on our way. Alrighty. Alright, we got plenty of time to head out. Plenty of time. Let's go. I still kind of want to clean up this area around here. Hang on, let me, like... Ah, no! Ow! Nikos, it started raining. And I don't have my water prot helmet on, because that's not my gold helmet. Okay, okay. I'm literally, like, leapfrogging between trees. Go, 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 go. Okay, okay, okay. Go, go, go. Okay. Wow, alright, just using your god powers, that's fine. Thank you, by the way. I should have been suspicious when it just started raining in the middle of the day. Anyway. Alright, let's go. Alright, now I'm safe. Alright. Oh, is it not? It's kind of weird that it started in the middle of the day. Ah, I see. Thank you, by the way. Alright, let me cook this, and then I will call stream. Alright, let's throw all our crap into the void. Oh, does it? Huh. I don't know why I got it in my head that it has to, like, start at the start of the day. I don't know. Okay. Grab our other ingots, or our other scraps, so we can see what we can make. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, I'll stop by. Okay, good. Alright, cool. Let's go. I don't think I'll have enough that I'll need more than 7. Maybe I will, I don't know. Alright, good. Cool. Okay, let's put that jet back, and then we'll call stream. Ah, gosh darn it. Good, good. All that could go away. You could go in here. The leather could go in there. Alright, let's go ahead and call it. Alright, it was great having you guys here. I will see you Monday with probably Portal. Maybe Portal Stories Bell. We'll see. Anyway, that'll do it for today, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye, guys.